Hello students, Jinalisha welcomes you all on behalf of Saraswati International Academy. Today we will begin with the next part of the chapter excretory products and their elimination. Students, in the previous video we have studied regarding the structure of the kidney and we have studied that structural and functional units of kidney are called as nephrons. So basically kidney is composed of the coiled tubules which are called as the nephrons. So in today's lecture we will be studying regarding the structure of the nephron. We will be studying regarding the types of the nephron and how the blood supply occurs in the kidney. So let us begin with our topic, and that is the structure of the nephron. So now, what is a nephron? A nephron is a structural and functional unit of kidney. The number and size of nephrons. So a kidney contains about millions of nephrons, each of approximately 3 centimeter long. So there are millions of nephrons in each kidney, and the length of each nephron is approximately 3 centimeter long. So question arises, how such structures get accommodated within the kidneys. So these structures are highly coiled. Nephrons are highly coiled structures, and their coiling basically will help them to arrange in the kidneys. A nephron is a long tubule differentiated into 4 regions: Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule or PCT, loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubule or DCT. So there are 4 regions of the nephron. First is Bowman's capsule, second one is proximal convoluted tubule or PCT, next is Henle's loop, and the last one is the distal convoluted tubule or DCT. The DCT opens into one of the collecting ducts. Where do the DCT open? It opens into the collecting ducts. So basically each nephron has 2 parts. One is a glomerulus and another one is a renal tubule. Glomerulus is a tuft of, tuft is basically group of capillaries formed by the afferent arteriole, which is a fine branch of the renal artery. Now it is a renal artery which will supply the blood to the kidney. Now one branch of the renal artery is called afferent arteriole, and afferent arteriole enters into each of the glomerulus. Blood from the glomerulus is carried away by an efferent arteriole. So say for example, basically ऐसा कुछ arrangement है, ये Bowman's capsule है. Bowman's capsule में afferent arteriole enter होती है. यहाँ पे एंटर होकर वो 50 पैरेलल कैपिलरीज का एक नेटवर्क बनाती है जिसको बोलती है ग्लोमेरुलस. नाउ दिस ग्लोमेरुलर कैपिलरीज दे विल जॉइन and it will come out of the Bowman's capsule in the form of the efferent arteriole. So that is regarding the nephron. Now let us study each of the structure in detail. So first of all, Bowman's capsule. The renal tubule begins with a double-walled cup-like structure called as the Bowman's capsule, which encloses the glomerulus. So basically the double-walled cup-shaped structure which is the initial part of the nephron is called as Bowman's capsule, and within Bowman's capsule is the glomerulus. So we can say that Bowman's capsule encloses the glomerulus. Glomerulus, which is a group of about 50 parallelly arranged capillaries along with the Bowman's capsule, is called Malpighian body or also called as the renal corpuscles. So Bowman's capsule along with the glomerulus is called as renal corpuscle or Malpighian body. This Bowman's capsule, it lies in renal cortex and it forms the beginning of the nephron. The inner wall is in close contact with the glomerular capillaries and outer wall is continuous with the rest of the nephron. So say for example, ये जो है वो Bowman's capsule है. ये Bowman's capsule में क्या है? ये capillaries है. So this is the inner wall of the Bowman's capsule which is in contact with the glomerular capillaries, whereas this is the outer wall which is in continuity with the rest of the nephrons. The space between the two walls of the Bowman's capsule is continuous with the lumen of the next part of the nephron. So say for example, this is the structure of the Bowman's capsule. So this is the space between the two walls. So ये जो space है वो किसके साथ continue है? With the next part of the nephron. The endothelial cells forming the wall of the glomerular capillaries have pores between them called fenestra. Now capillaries का wall किसका बना है? Endothelium. So जो Bowman's glomerulus के जो capillaries है उनके जो cells है endothelial cells उनमें क्या होता है? Pores होते हैं, and these pores are called as the fenestra. And the cells of this endothelium cell, they lie on the basement membrane. The podocytes forming the inner wall of the Bowman's capsule have gaps which are called as the slit pores. अभी द बाउमेंस कैप्सूल का इनर वॉल है, वो कौन से सेल्स का बना है? द नेम ऑफ द सेल्स आर पोडोसाइट्स. नाउ दिस पोडोसाइट्स दे आर अरेंज्ड इन इंट्रिकेट मैनर इन सच अ वे के दे लीव द गैप बिटवीन देम, and that gaps between the podocyte is called as the slit pores. So we can say that basement membrane is only the continuous layer between the blood in the glomerular capillaries and lumen of the Bowman's capsule. So glomerular capillaries और जो ल्यूमेन है बाउमेंस कैप्सूल उनके बीच में का कंटिन्यूअस लेयर कौन सा है? इट इज़ द बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन. And this facilitates the process of ultrafiltration, which is the first step of the urine formation, which we will study later on. Now, the next part of the nephron is proximal convoluted tubules. So, the tubule continues further to form a highly coiled network, which is called as proximal convoluted tubule. It is greatly twisted. This portion also lies in the renal cortex. Twisted, it means it is highly coiled. Its wall consists of the layer of columnar cells bearing microvilli on the free surface and resting on the basement membrane. So, wall of the PCT is made up of the single layer of columnar cells which have the microvilli on their free surface, and as they are the columnar cells, the cells will lie on the basement membrane. आफ्टर दैट इज़ द लूप ऑफ हेनले. सो बेसिकली हमने अभी तक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर देखा, ये है कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर जिसको बोलते हैं बाउमेंस कैप्सूल. फ्रॉम द बाउमेंस कैप्सूल अराइजेज द ट्विस्टेड स्ट्रक्चर कॉल्ड एज द proximal convoluted tubules, and this proximal convoluted tubule then continues as the Henle's loop. So a hairpin shaped loop of Henle is the next part of the tubule which has two straight parallel limbs. अभी Henle's loop के दो straight parallel limbs है. This limb is called as the descending limb and this portion is called as the ascending limb. So there are two parts of the Henle's loop. One is the ascending limb and another one is the descending limb. It is a U-shaped segment located in the medulla, renal medulla. A descending limb is in the continuation of PCT into the renal medulla. So what is descending limb? It is the continuity of the PCT into the medullary portion. Whereas ascending limb which re-enters into the cortex and it joins the DCT. Each limb is thick towards cortex and thin towards the medulla. So दोनों limb के दो portion है. One is the thicker portion which is facing the cortex and another one is the thinner portion which is facing the medulla. Now distal convoluted tubule. The ascending limb continues as another highly coiled tubular region called distal convoluted tubule. This is also twisted and is located in the renal cortex. A short terminal relatively straight part of the DCT is called as the collecting tubule. So DCT का जो terminal portion है, last portion है, वो कैसा है? Straight है. And this straight part of the otherwise DCT कैसा है? It is the coiled part. But उसका जो end portion है, terminal portion है, वो straight है. And that straight terminal portion of DCT is called collecting tubule. This collecting tubule opens into the collecting duct. Collecting tubule किसमें open होता है? Collecting duct में. The cells forming the walls of the DCT are similar to those in PCT wall. Now the cells of the DCT are almost similar to the proximal convoluted tubule. But there is one modification called as the juxtaglomerular apparatus. So DCT के पास क्या है? Juxtaglomerular apparatus है. Now juxta, that is junction, glomerular, that is glomerulus. So at the junction of the DCT with the afferent arteriole, at that portion the cells are modified, and that region is called as the juxtaglomerular apparatus. It is a special sensitive organ formed by the cellular modification in DCT and the afferent arteriole at the location of their contact. So, at the contact of the DCT and the afferent arteriole, there occurs a sensitive region called as the juxtaglomerular apparatus, and this mechanism plays the role in the regulation of the glomerular filtration rate. ये जो juxtaglomerular apparatus है वो किसको कंट्रोल करता है? Glomerular filtration rate. So basically amount of the filtrate formed per minute by the kidney is called as GFR. So ये glomerular filtrate rate को मेंटेन करने का काम किसका है? Juxtaglomerular apparatus. Now collecting ducts. Basically these are not the part of the nephron. These are larger tubes each receiving collecting tubules of the several nephrons. They pass into the renal medulla, join together and form a still larger ducts of Bellini. These run through the renal pyramids, open into calyces which leads into the pelvis. So, the collecting tubules, several collecting tubules opens into the larger tubes called as the collecting duct. This collecting duct enters into the medulla where they join together and form the larger ducts called ducts of Bellini. The ducts of Bellini pass through the pyramids, enter into the calyces and then finally open into the pelvis. So that is regarding the structure of the nephron. See students, this is a cup-shaped structure that is called as Bowman's capsule. ये बाउमेंस कैप्सूल में अफेरेंट आर्टीरियोल एंटर होता है, यहाँ पे ग्लोमेरुलर कैपिलरीज मिलती है एंड ये ग्लोमेरुलर कैपिलरीज जॉइन होकर बनाता है इफरेंट आर्टीरियोल. नाउ फ्रॉम द this Bowman's capsule is the next part which is called as the proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule opens as the loop of Henle's. सो बेसिकली ये हेनलेस लूप की डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब है, ये असेंडिंग लिम्ब है एंड दोनों का ये थिक पोर्शन है, ये थिन पोर्शन है. नाउ दिस this Henle's loop, it opens into the distal convoluted tubules and this distal convoluted open into the collecting duct. Now देखो यहाँ पे DCT comes in contact with the afferent arteriole. सो ये जगह पे सेल्यूलर मॉडिफिकेशन होता है जिसको बोलते हैं जक्स्टाग्लोमेरुलर एपेरेटस. इसमें कौन से सेल्स होते हैं? मैक्यूला डेंसा. इतना डिटेल की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बट दिस इज द जक्स्टाग्लोमेरुलर एपेरेटस, राइट, विच इज़ अ हाईली सेंसिटिव ऑर्गन. दिस इज अ डायग्राम गिवन इन योर बुक. येलोइश कलर्ड पार्ट इज द पार्ट ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन एंड ये जो रेड कलर का पार्ट है, this is the peritubular capillary network surrounding the tubular part of the nephron. Now see, we will study what is mentioned in your book. Okay, so each kidney has nearly 1 million complex tubular structure called nephrons, which are the functional units. Each nephron has two parts, the glomerulus and renal tubule. Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries formed by the afferent arteriole, which is a fine branch of renal artery. Blood from the glomerulus is carried away by the efferent arteriole. The renal tubule begins with the double-walled cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule, which encloses the glomerulus. Glomerulus along with the Bowman's capsule is called Malpighian body, or also called as the renal corpuscle. The tubule further continues to form a highly coiled network called as PCT. A hairpin-shaped Henle's loop is the next part of the tubule, which has descending and ascending limb. The ascending limb continues as the highly coiled tubular region called DCT. The DCTs of many nephrons open into a straight tube called collecting duct, many of which converge and open into the renal pelvis through medullary pyramids in the calyces. The Malpighian corpuscle, PCT and DCT of nephron are situated in the cortical region of the kidney, whereas loop of Henle's dips into the medulla. So, of the four parts of the nephron, only the Henle's loop occurs into the medulla, whereas Bowman's capsule, PCT as well as DCT, they occur into the cortical portion of the kidneys. Now, types of the nephron. Students, basically there are two types of the nephron. One is cortical nephron and another one is the juxtamedullary nephron. So, of the total nephron, 80% of the nephron are cortical nephrons, whereas only 20% forms the juxtamedullary nephron. The cortical nephrons are small in size, whereas juxtamedullary nephrons are large in size. Cortical nephron, as the name suggests, they lie mainly in the renal cortex. और इनका नाम क्या है? Juxta, and another one is medulla. Juxta means junction and medulla means medullary. So उनका जो Bowman's capsule है वो cortex में है, very close to its junction with medulla. So Bowman's capsule of the juxtamedullary nephron, they lie in the cortex with its junction with the medulla. Henle's loop of the cortical nephron are very short and they extend very little into medulla, whereas Henle's loop are very long and they extend deep into the medulla. Cortical nephrons, they control the plasma volume when supply of water is normal. So body fluids का volume कब maintain करती है? When the normal supply of blood occurs, whereas juxtamedullary nephrons, they work or they control the plasma volume when the water supply is short. So at the time of water shortage, juxtamedullary nephrons play the important role. Otherwise, when there is a normal supply of water, then the cortical nephron plays the important role. See students, this is what given in your book. In majority of nephron, the loops of Henle is too short and extends only very little into medulla. Such nephrons are called cortical nephrons. In some of the nephrons, the loop of Henle is very long and runs deep into the medulla. These nephrons are called as the juxtamedullary nephron. See students, this portion is which portion? The medullary portion. The above portion is cortical, the below portion is medullary. So आप देख सकते हो ये cortical nephron है. Cortical nephron का जो Henle's loop है, it spreads very little into the medulla. Whereas here you can see कि इसका जो Bowman's capsule है, it lies very nearer to the at the junction of the cortex with medulla. जहाँ पे cortex medulla का मिलता है, ये junction पे इसके nephrons के Bowman's capsule है. And उनका जो Henle's loop है, it is spreading very deep into the medulla. Such nephrons are called as the juxtamedullary nephron. So cortical nephrons, they are predominantly located in the outer cortex, whereas the juxtamedullary nephrons are located in the inner medulla. See, this is the main portion where the juxtamedullary nephrons are located. Now, how blood supply occurs into the kidneys? A kidney receives the blood by renal artery that arises from aorta. See, किडनी का काम क्या है? एक्सक्रीशन. कैसे एक्सक्रीशन करेगी? बाय यूरिन फॉर्मेशन. बट जो एक्सक्रीटरी मटेरियल है, जो यूरिया है, वो यूरिया कहाँ पे बना? लीवर में. सो यूरिया फ्रॉम द लीवर विल बी कैरीड बाय द blood stream into the kidneys, and this kidney will then later remove the urea. So blood supply is very much essential to the kidney. So who supplies the blood to the kidney? So it is the renal artery. In kidney, a renal artery divides and subdivides to send an afferent arteriole in each Bowman's capsule. Now renal artery, after entering the kidney, it splits into the afferent arteriole which enters each and every Bowman's capsule. Here, the afferent arteriole forms a globular network bunch of about 50 parallel capillaries called as the glomerulus. Now, afferent arteriole, it forms a group of 50 parallel capillaries which are called as the glomerulus. Now, these glomerular capillaries, they will rejoin to form the efferent arteriole which leaves the glomerulus. So, what will happen? ये जो glomerular capillaries है, अभी फिर से वो join हो जाएगी and क्या बनाएगी? Efferent arteriole. And this efferent arteriole will leave the glomerulus. Afferent arteriole enters the glomerulus. Efferent arteriole leaves the glomerulus. Afferent is incoming. Efferent is outgoing. The efferent arteriole emerging from the glomerulus forms a fine capillary network around the renal tubule. Now ये जो efferent arteriole glomerulus की बाहर से निकला, ये नेटवर्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बनाएगा सराउंडिंग द tubular part of the nephron, and this network like structure formed by the efferent arteriole surrounding the tubular part of the nephron is called as the peritubular capillaries. Now ये peritubular capillary का एक छोटा सा vessel है, a minute vessel of this network which runs parallel to the Henle's loop forming a U-shaped vasa recta. नाउ ये पेरिट्यूबुलर नेटवर्क कैपिलरी नेटवर्क की एक ब्रांच है वासा रेक्टा. दिस वासा रेक्टा इज नथिंग बट इट इज फाउंड सराउंडिंग व्हाट? इट इज फाउंड सराउंडिंग द हेनलेस लूप. वासा रेक्टा इज एब्सेंट और हाईली रिड्यूस्ड इन द कॉर्टिकल नेफ्रॉन. कॉर्टिकल नेफ्रॉन बहुत छोटे होते हैं, दे स्प्रेड वेरी लिटिल इनटू द मेडुला. सो उनमें वासा रेक्टा आइदर एब्सेंट होगा और होगा तो विल बी वेरी शॉर्ट. All the capillary networks return the blood containing the useful material to renal venules which join to form renal vein that opens into the inferior vena cava. Now ये जो blood है ये peritubular capillary network में it contains the useful material. ये क्या ये जो है ये कैपिलरी नेटवर्क क्या बनाएगा? रीनल वेन्यूल्स. दिस रीनल वेन्यूल्स विल जॉइन एंड फॉर्म द रीनल वेन एंड दिस रीनल वेन विल ओपन इनटू द inferior vena cava. So this is how the blood is supplied to the kidneys. So I end my lecture here. In the next lecture we will be studying regarding the process of the urine formation as well as how the concentrated urine is formed by the human beings. So that is called as the counter current mechanism. I end my lecture here. Thank you students.